You must have been very physical as a kid, and I wondered, when you were really young, if you ever thought about playing a cowboy, because you sure look like a cowboy today.
Well, thank you. Sure, I think I did. I mean, every kid imagines playing a cowboy. I never dreamed I'd be playing one in film. I thought I'd be one.
Robert Redford is renowned for his artistry on screen as an actor.
Robert Redford.
As well as behind the camera directing. But it was his passion for painting that first attracted him to the alluring world of the Paris art scene.
Is it really true that you were a starving artist on the left bank? It sounds so romantic
Yeah, it does.
today,
Well,
but
it also
you lived
sounds
it.
phony. I wouldn't say I was starving, but I didn't have much. At the time, I was only 18 years old. It was so exciting to be in France, and whatever rough times there were, didn't hit me as hard because I was young and full of energy and enthusiasm, and I was learning something new every minute of every day.
That energy and enthusiasm provided him with the foundation to switch mediums and pursue an acting career.
Was it easy for you to break into acting? I mean, in all the research, I couldn't find that you really struggled very much. I don't mean to be offensive, but we always think you have to pay your dues somehow.
Well, I paid them. I did. I think probably it's because a lot of people aren't aware of what my early life was like as an actor. I didn't sit around for 10 years without a job. But I paid my dues. I started in New York City in the theater. I went to many auditions and didn't have any money and struggled like a lot of people, but not for very long. Then I got into television, and I worked at the last live days of television just before it turned to film. And I spent a period of time doing a lot of television guest shots and television series in California and live television back here and Broadway theater. And then finally I got into film, and in the early roles that I played, there were a lot of very different characters. Characters that I don't think anyone's ever seen, because why would they?
Ready?
That all changed with his breakout role
No, we'll jump.
in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Like hell we will. We got to. Up. Get away from me. Why? I want to fight him. They'll kill us. Maybe. You want to die? Do you?
He followed that with a string of box office hits that established him as the golden boy of the silver screen. Restless for a new challenge, Redford brought his artistic vision behind the camera, a move which earned him an Academy Award for his directorial debut, Ordinary People.
But I felt pretty great when we finished the movie, and nobody talked or thought about Oscars or the Academy Award either before, during, or after. So this is an added pleasure.
I think your art has come full circle as the director. I saw amazing pictures that did not need words. When you were directing, was it a conscious decision to give the audience those glimpses of the internal being?
I knew one thing, that when I was going to direct, it would have to be something that involved behavior and feelings. You give the audience access to the soul of the situation by letting it breathe, by creating space around it for the audience to come in, rather than being stopped by a frenzy of images that don't let you in. They just keep hitting you back and forth. They entertain you, but they don't let you in anywhere.
Are you afraid of anything? Tom Booker.
I'm growing old. Not being much use.
I love words, and I love good words in films.
Then why are you doing it?
But I believe it is film, after all, and film is meant to tell its story essentially visually.
Seems worthwhile, doesn't it? See.
Redford's commitment to the art of filmmaking, so evident in his own body of work, has also inspired him to establish the Sundance Film Institute and Film Festival in Park City, Utah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Redford. Well, you never know.
Everybody knows who you are. How in the world do you deal with the fame that is all around you?
I've tried to create another life for myself to go to, so that I'm not completely overwhelmed by this business. I don't really much like this business. I like the art of it, but I don't care much about the business of it.
You have no idea the effect that language has on me.
When people recognize you, they're recognizing a person on the screen. And there's so much distortion that comes with that. You're presented 15 feet high, you know, voice booming out over, you know, and you're bigger than life on the screen, and which I'm not.
I could have been better.
How do you know?
could have broke every record in the book.
That if you just keep in your mind that people are responding to that, I think a lot of it is the fact that that's a character out there that is out there, and I'm here. So I try to keep them separate whenever I can. When I work, there's that guy. And when I'm living my life, there's this guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.